Talking about tips, yeah, the most valuable things you move yourself, and then make sure that you know what are the things that you need the next day to be put separately, siap siap, or handbags. The favorite is handbags. They put their handbags lying around, and then my stuff started packing, and then cannot find, or handphones, stuff like that.
Okay, so be prepared if you guys want to move. So whatever that you need to use the next day, or I think one set of clothes at least, before
Yeah.
you start unpack yourself, and all your toothbrush and all this kind of glasses, to put it aside into your hand carry bag before they start packing it. And very important, I think, like, I've never thought about that. You guys will help us to pack the key as well. So all the house key and the car key, you need to
Everything.
put aside before they come and pack. I assume that they work quite fast because Alfred feedback to me that you guys actually works very very fast, and he was complimenting you over the phone to me. Wow, it's fast, it's so fast that within 2 hours they get to their new office.
Because that's what they do every day. There's also another difference between us and the lorry saver. When you come to us, our staff does this for 10, 11 years every day. So their speed is a little different, and they know how to appreciate your things better. Like for a professional mover who works at home, they understand uh, parts that is items that needs to be taken care, delicate items. Like they understand uh, China, bone China. They understand expensive wine, um, stuff like that lah. So when you go lorry saver, you don't know who you're gonna get. Sometimes you get A, sometimes you get B.
True.
Um, then they don't associate with the things that you have at home. So when we are servicing a certain target market, a certain economy bracket, you have to have a staff who understand expensive things as well. Like nowadays is the what do you call the latest TV OLED.
Yeah, smart TV. Is it smart TV, or am I backdated now?
I
Outdated.
because you got LED and then now you have OLED.
Okay.
The first time I had a customer wanting to insure the move, we still, as professional movers, we still advise our clients to insure their move if they have really expensive items. So I had a request to insure the move for almost 100,000 ringgit. It's a local move. So that's like extremely high. And then when I question why, what are the items? One of them is TV of 52,000 ringgit or something. So that's when I learned, oh, there is an OLED TV in the market right now. So now I have to sit my staff down and explain to them, this kind of TV you cannot ban or be rough with it. You gotta handle with your life.
Seriously,
So
I
we learn
seldom
also
switch on
ourselves.
TV. I seldom
Okay.
switch on TV, and I've forgotten what is the functionality of TV in the house right now. It feels like a
I
mirror
don't
at
watch
home.
TV anymore, right?
When we need it before we go out, we just have a look at it, and then into the reflection. When
that's that's all.
Yeah, because most of the time, me and Alfred will watch our own Facebook thing. That is not very very communicating with each other on the bed.
Right.
He will watch his Facebook program, and I will watch my own Facebook program. Very, very, once in a blue moon, we will watch Crash Landing together as a family.
That's cute.
And because of the arrival of our new boy, we watch Upin and Ipin together as a family.
I'm past that stage, thank God. No
So
more
yeah,
diapers.
so I have no idea that OLED kind of things, and sometimes customer do gets a little bit on, could be their high Wi-Fi,
Shit.
high that kind of technical things. I have no idea about that, but it's gonna cost a lot of money. Like their speaker gonna cost like 10-20,000. Some of them like play what's the Brickman? Is it called Brickman? They've got a lot of status, all these kind of things. I think they must have all this kind of antique at home
Yeah.
for you to move as well. This is gonna cost a lot of money as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
We have to also keep ourselves abreast with the latest news and information about gadgets so that we understand what it means to the clients.
Mm.
So from time to time, um, my staff goes for training. Recently, during the the one before, I think in April, we have a training done for our staff, and part of it is what we talk about lah, the latest of news in the market. And as movers, we are also partly psychologists because
What for?
moving is actually stressful. Apparently, that's the third highest cause of stress in life.
I couldn't be
Af-
agreeing more on this.
yeah.
It's really stressful. It's not on the day that it's gonna move, but it's prior to moving, like weeks before prior to moving, the stress is not is sky
Yeah.
high.
So, if you call yourself a professional mover, that is part and parcel of your work. So my staff, my driver, my supervisor, they are all trained to take hits. They are cushioned. You can never see any of my staff lose their temper at the moving site. Even the client scream or unhappy with other contractors, and we happen to be there, we will take the punch. Even if the client scream at me, even though it's not our fault, we'll still take the punch
Mm.
because we understand the situation that the clients are going through on the moving day. Um, when
Wow,
you
that is
see a
better
high
than
blood
going to
pressure,
psychiatric. Well, that is, I would say that if your staff could take the punch and just not saying anything, I think that would be very good service, because we are, as far as I know, in the service line, sometimes you could, the thing that you do that makes the client feel happy, it wasn't what you provide, what kind of value you provide, it's how is your service. It's like how much additional miles that you go through for your client, like looking for a key in a container, searching for a key in, like one of the 100 boxes. That is extra mile. And I would say that for you to do that, for your staff to do that, I think the service is quite good.
yeah,
I'm also
they get
curious.
used to it. They're
Mm.
used to it.
I'm also curious, like if they move to smaller place, okay, like what I mentioned earlier on. Nowadays, there are so many people because of the budget constraint, because of the rental. They have to bear so much of expenses, maybe pay cut and whatnot. They have to move to a smaller place. Maybe from a bungalow house, they move to a terrace house, or from a condo, 1,000 over square feet condo, to a small room. So, as you living into a bigger space, you tend to buy all the unnecessary things. Okay, you have so much space to store it. And of course,
Yeah.
you will have like 1,000 wine inside your room or in your house, lying there undrink, because you have the space, you have the luxury of the space. Or you have like 10 bikes, like Alfred's father.
500 teapots.
100 teapots. Yeah, I cannot, I cannot deny that. I love teapots as well. I like China bonds as well. I used to keep them
You have one.
until my maid broke one of them. I stopped buying them. So yeah, this kind of things, right? When you need to move to a smaller space, so how do your client resolve all this kind of space issue and storage issue?
That's the best kind of clients, when they downgrade.
In other words, other people's problem is your solution.
My business.
Yeah, your business.
Because we have that self-storage building in Chalam, in Bukit Jelutong.
Okay.
That's our brand. We go by the storage people. So if you go look for storage facility in Malaysia, we are one of them. So what we do is we will offer the service of storing your items. It's new. The idea is new in Malaysia. I think in total maybe you could find about seven companies providing this service, because the entry barrier is rather high, I would say, because the building has to be a smart building. It has to be controlled by system and everything else. So what people do normally when they move to a smaller space is they will keep all their belongings, all their family heirlooms into storage. So by having what we do in Malaysia is most of our clients are renovating clients, or corporate clients that keep their files or their souvenir items or their products in the storage. So they maybe 20% would use it for a longer term, where else the individual clients are mostly renovating clients. 6 months, 8 months to renovate, and then after that they will move back out into their renovated home.
Okay.
But in Japan, their storage is part of their day-to-day living. Because their houses are very, very small, they need a storage space